I felt like this has been such a very chaotic and just fearful week for us all, with emotions going up and down. And I remember on Wednesday night, I couldn't sleep. And for me, as an entrepreneur, as someone in the travel industry, like I felt this kind of anxiety start to overcome me. But then when I woke up on Thursday, I made a really conscious decision to choose calm and faith, but also strategy and execution. And I firmly believe when we are able to keep our hearts and our minds and our spirits clear, then we can make conscious decisions that are clearer and more focused. And so I wanted to just have kind of this moment with you all. The foundation of my business and what I do is about community. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be in the same room together, but we have a common interest here. And that is for us to kind of quiet the noise and work through the chaos so we can see the other side of it. Because regardless of how we move individually, we're all in this together, right? As a community, as a people, as a culture, when one of us thrives, we all thrive. And I feel like now is like that time for us to really come together. I also feel like as difficult as this kind of self quarantine is, that is really a time for us to really press reset on our lives. A lot of us busy ourselves out of the true work, and that true work is inside, and that true work is understanding what makes us happy, what helps us thrive. Um, and there are questions that we have to ask ourselves. Am I happy here? Am I happy in this career? Am I happy in this relationship? And when we are forced to sit in that stillness, and those answers start to, or those questions start to arrive, that's when we can arrive to really conclusive decisions for our lives. And I think that that is the time for us now. So as much as we want to fight and be frustrated and anxious about this moment now, whether it's another week or 2 weeks, use this as an opportunity to reset your life and to really dig deep and quiet out all of the other things that you busy yourself out of, and sit with yourself. And so, with that being said, I like to start a meditation that's gonna probably at times feel a little uncomfortable, but the work is, how do we get to the other side? How do we push ourselves to the edge and then go a little bit further? Because a lot of times we get to this point of struggle and challenge, and we think that that end point is all that we have in us to fight, but there's also more beyond that. And so I want to take us a little bit beyond that tonight for a brief meditation. And then we'll have a little bit of opportunity to kind of talk back and forth. I'll try to kind of scroll back on your comments. Please let me know if there's and be honest. If you feel called to do that, if there's something that is coming up for you right now. And again, this is our safe space, right? So I want and I ask everybody to honor that. So right now, get comfortable wherever you are, on your yoga mat, on your couch, and close your eyes. I may close my eyes at some points. I may look directly at the camera, whatever feels comfortable for you. But right now, I really want you to feel grounded. And focus on your breath. So deep inhales and then long exhales. Feeling supported, feeling comforted, releasing and letting go of any anxiety or fear that happened before you began your meditation, and any thoughts that are going to rise up afterwards, and really allowing yourself to be present now. And deep inhales, long exhales. Doing a full body scan, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your face, asking yourself, what do I need right now? Do I need the gift of presence for someone to be here with me? Do I need the gift of words, of reassurance? Do I need to know that I'll be financially stable, that I'll have a job on Monday? Asking yourself, what do you need right now? And breathing into that moment of receiving that need. How does that feel? And sitting in that, receiving it, and not fighting it, because it's absolutely possible for, even in all of this chaos, to receive everything that you need right now. But the power in us creating the space in our minds and our hearts and our spirits is knowing that you are capable and you are resilient and you are supported. And all the energy that you put out is a boomerang for you. So sit in that moment of receiving, receiving, receiving. And what do I need right now? What do I need to carry me through this fear and this anxiety and this uncertainty? We are used to being in control. And most of our lives are under our control to some degree. And then when things happen that shake us up, then we start to lose all control. But the one control that you have is how you react to it. And that's going to determine how you move through it. And so tonight, our meditation is getting back to the control of us and how we can manage the world around us, immediate world around us, our homes, our families, how we give, how we receive, how we strategize. All of that is under our control right now. And so now, while we are in this moment of receiving everything that we need right now, that it feels good and it feels peaceful and it feels victorious, I'm going to challenge you on the other side of this. is what happens when things start falling apart. How does that feel? Notice what starts to rise in your body, right? What starts to come up when you feel things are falling apart. How your neck starts to get tense and your shoulders start to get tense. What does that feel like? And then I challenge you to breathe through it. Taking deep inhales. Breathing in something new and strong. And then on your release, letting go what does not serve you right now. Breathing in and fighting through that anxiousness and that fear. And then on an exhale, letting it go. Inhale and let it go. And my invitation to you is, at any point over the next few days or the next few weeks, when tension and anxiety and fear starts to arise, that you take a moment and you breathe through it and remind yourself that I am resilient and I am strong and I am capable. And repeating that to yourself. I am strong, I am resilient, and I am capable. I am strong, I am resilient, and I am capable. You are supported. There is a community of all of us who are in this fight together. So I want you to ground yourself in that support. I want you to use your breath as a vehicle to get beyond this uncertainty and this fear and this anxiety. I invite you to clothe yourself in compassion and empathy, because there are so many other people out there who do not have what we have. And so I want us to be conscious of that as we go through the world over the next few weeks and the next few months. And then also the gift of intention and presence to yourself and compassion for yourself, because there will be times that you will falter. There will be times that you will be fearful and the world will feel like it's crumbling around you. So I want you to give yourself grace in those moments and come back to your breath so that it can carry you through. And so I invite you to sit in that for a moment. Continue breathing. Finding stillness and comfort in this moment. And so many people being here with you. even if it's just through our IG Live. Everybody is here for a reason. Taking really deep inhales. So on your inhale, count to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On your exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling a lot of the anxiousness and fear leaving your body. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I invite you to send a breath to somebody in your life who may really, really need it. Sending your breath to every person that is on this IG Live, because they are here for a reason and so are you. And then sending a breath to yourself. And then I'm going to give you one of my favorite mantras. And some people have heard it a gazillion times, but it is everything that I've used to carry me through difficult moments in my life. So if you can, I want you to repeat it out loud wherever you are. It's, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from suffering. May I be peace. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from suffering. May I be peace. So I have my singing bowl, and I hope you still have your eyes closed and breathing deeply. Hopefully you can hear it good on here. Keeping your eyes closed, I'm going to read a poem. I have come to the frightening conclusion that I am the decisive element. It is my personal approach that creates the climate. It is my daily mood that makes the weather. I possess tremendous power to make life miserable or joyous. I can be a tool of torture or an instrument of inspiration. I can humiliate or humor, hurt or heal. In all situations, it is my response that decides whether a crisis is escalated or de-escalated, and a person is humanized or dehumanized. If we treat people as they are, we make them worse. If we treat people as they ought to be, we help them become what they are capable of becoming. So releasing out all of the air in your lungs. I always tell people just sigh it out. So, and taking a deep inhale as if you can hug yourself with your breath. And then release it out into the universe. Namaste. How's everybody feeling? I see some people join late. I'll be in here just a little longer. If anybody has any questions or needs some extra support, there's a lot of comments, so I'm kind of scrolling back. Okay, I'm just looking. How's everybody? Do you feel a little bit more clear, a little bit more grounded? Let's see. Oh, I see a BGM Queen here from our Peloton group. I'm looking through comments to see if anybody needs some extra support. Good, good. Thank you guys. I'm so happy to hear that. Feeling lighter and grounded. Thank you, Melanin, the desert. SR331 got winked and I was supposed to be connecting to something else. And my finger selected this. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I feel so much better. Yes, BGM Queen. Thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, it was really on my heart to do this. I know I don't get on live a lot. And I probably will now because I feel like we need it so much more. We need the community. We need the connection. And sometimes, even though I don't really like being on camera, I have to remind myself that there's something that I offer to the world. And as much as I feel like other people need it, I need it myself. So tonight was just as much for you as it was for me. So thank you for even being here. Melanin said, is there a short meditation I could do at work? Stress reliever. I'll record one and then I'll share that. Because I know, like, even just a 5-minute meditation can change your entire day. Sometimes if I'm not in the space to do like a long meditation that's 20 or 30 or 45 minutes, a 5-minute will just give me everything that I need. So that's what I'll do. I'll work on it this weekend. I'll do a meditation and I'll share it and on IG and in my different groups and things like that. Let's see. Thank you, Savannah, for you came on. My chest was hurting. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. That not your chest was hurting, but that I could help to relieve some of that stress. Here's the thing that I want to remind everybody is that every storm runs out of rain. I know that there is a lot of certainty, a lot of up and down emotions, the media and all the news reports, all of that is really triggering. So I encourage you to find things that bring you joy, that can help to relieve your anxiety. And the number one solution is to take a step back from social media and the news, but also like being very intentional about what brings you nourishment. Oh, I forgot this. So I wrote down a couple journaling prompts for you. So if you have your journal, a pen and paper, here's like an exercise that I think might be helpful over the weekend, just to kind of like press reset on your emotions and everything that's happening around you. So I'll repeat it too if some people have to run off and get their journal. The first prompt is, I keep repeating this script in my head today. So fill that in. What are you repeating in your head constantly? Write it down. Good or bad, whatever it is, don't censor yourself, just write it, right? I keep repeating this script in my head today. Number 2, right now, I feel challenged by, fill in the blank. Right now, I feel challenged by. Number 3, I feel supported when, fill in the blank. I feel supported when, fill in the blank. Number 4, the thing that helps me most right now is, fill in the blank. The thing that helps me right now, the thing that helps me the most right now is, fill in the blank. Number 5, what can I do in this moment to give nourishment and self-care to myself? What can I do in this moment to give nourishment and self-care to myself? Okay. Number 6, I am grateful for, fill in a blank. And write as many things that you have gratitude for right now. I don't care if it's your lights are on, you got Wi-Fi, your hair is cute, whatever it is. I am grateful for. Thank you, SR331. Thank you so much. I am grateful for. And then number 7. And you may need to step back, walk away, come back to it. Number 7, what do I want my life to feel like right now? What do I want my life to feel like right now? Got it? Anybody needs me to repeat it? Thank you, SR331. The poem, yes, Candylands. I will share it on my IG story after this, so you can screenshot it. Okay, so the last one. Oh, SR331 got it. The last one was, what do I want my life to feel like right now? And I'll share those too on my IG story. So you can kind of screenshot it. So I'll share the poem and I'll share the journaling prompts. And how about we meet again sometime next week? And we'll have a whole different meditation because hopefully you will, have been able to kind of work through some of the initial anxiety and fear. And then now we can go to the next stage of it, right? And the next stage of it is like clearing through some of this clutter. And then how do we strategize, right? And how do we go to the next level of our lives right now, right? Because there's a moment where we probably feel stuck and it's like, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I secure my financial future and all of that kind of stuff? All right, so the next part of this is like, how do we get to that point? So we'll meet in a couple days. And of course, I'll post it when it will be, but definitely sometime at the top of next week. And hopefully you would have gotten through all of your journaling prompts, and then we'll go to the next stage of this. Good, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Candy's Land. Thank you, Queen of Three Guys. I will see you guys next week. Please be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Focus on things in your house that make you feel good. If it's cleaning out your closet, if it's cleaning out your desk, if it's working out, whatever that is, make sure you're doing things that are constantly raising your vibration and making you feel good and make you feel happy, because there's no point in focusing on the negative stuff and the things we can't control. What we can control is the world around us and our space. Okay? So thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Get some rest. I'll see you in a few days.